I have a bit of notes here. This is the optimal level of arousal theory that I read in one of my books, Psychology for Dummies by Adam Cash. And what the optimal arousal of theory states is that we don't want to satisfy our basic needs, but we want the optimal level of satisfaction in those needs. And if you think about what you eat, if you were attempting to satisfy your hunger or survival via nutrition, the truly best thing you could do is like eat raw kale, raw broccoli, bland chicken. But those aren't an optimal level of arousal. And if you think about the most optimum level of arousal, for me, it's like something like ice cream, donuts and ice cream. Oh my god, better than sex. But people don't eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't. And it's not because maybe it has something to do with like, oh, I'm an adult and I know better than to eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because it's unhealthy. But let's assume it's not unhealthy. Would I still eat it all the time? Or would it be too much? Would I get sick of it? Would I get bored of it? And I think something about this theory, it has something to say about why we do the things we do or eat the things we eat in this situation. And there's this dude named Yerkes and the dude named Dodson, and I think they have their PhDs because they came up with theories in psychology, and they found that the optimal level of arousal is somewhere in between absolute boredom and absolute arousal. And I think you would find more people that are willing and that do, especially around college campuses or around Instagram or anywhere, you'd find more people that are willing and able to eat pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because pizza seems to be this perfect example of something in between absolute boredom and absolute arousal. Pizza's fucking great, but it's like can be boring too, it's just pizza. People will eat that for leftovers. It's that perfect middle ground. And maybe that's why pizza is so popular. And this lines up, optimal level of arousal theory lines up so well with like flow state too, which I'm, I guess, learning a little bit more about, implementing more in my life. In my exercises when I go to the gym, I try to enable the flow state more often. I'm not absolutely trying to push myself. I'm not inclining the treadmill all the way, and I have done that in sprinting up it. There's huge benefits to that. There's huge benefits to pushing yourself extremely hard for 20 seconds and resting 10 seconds, or the Tabata or whatever kind of exercise those are. I mean, you could reduce your exercise time to something like 10 minutes and it would equate to a 40 minute chill exercise. The difference is the flow state, which is that perfect balance between too difficult and too easy, is satisfying. It feels meaningful, and it allows me to exercise more often, I think, because I'm not like, fuck, that workout sucked yesterday. It's like, oh, that workout got me in this strange headspace where time just passed by without me knowing it, and I wasn't even it's like I wasn't concentrating on the exercise, but it just went by, and that's satisfying. And I like the way that this optimal level of arousal theory lines up. I mean, it's essentially, in my eyes, the same thing as like this flow state theory or meaningfulness in life. Jordan Peterson said you can find, if you pay attention to yourself for a couple of weeks and notice the times where you're not noticing anything. Basically, notice the times where you're unconscious, because people don't like being conscious. That's neuroticism or psychosis, entirely too conscious. And that's why this optimal level of arousal theory was so intriguing to me. So thanks for watching Paint Dry. Catch you next time.